Hey, it's To The Point with Mike, Leo, and Vince.
Hey. Hey, and we are live with episode 79. We've done some stuff in between, but here we are. Episode 79. What is the date? I don't even know what the date is.
Today is
July something
July
still?
Yeah, it's still
24th.
July.
July
Alright.
24th.
Yeah. We've been absent for a little bit. I had a vacation that was pretty extended, and then Vince, and then Leo, and
Yeah, now I'm on vacation.
yeah. So it's been one of those times, and in that time, a whole lot of stuff has happened. I would say there's a lot to unpack.
It was like the worst time for us not to be able to go.
Oh my god, I
talk
wanted to
about
go live
stuff.
so bad that one night, and the day it was odd for me because I went on my first cruise, and you guys know that, but I was never really a cruise person. Leo, you asked me how the cruise was.
Yeah, Mike.
It was pretty cool. I met some new people. My kids made some friends. It was an experience.
different,
Yeah,
man.
it was an experience.
It's nice going by yourself. To me, it's nice going by yourself because you get to like.
You mean without kids?
No,
Or just without a spouse.
No, like not bringing like say other like family members or friends or whatever with you. You know, just going by yourself and like live that experience. Talk to people that you don't know. Do whatever you want to do, and then bring other people and make more of a crowd.
Right.
I don't know. I saw
only
large
gone-
families and reunions
As a
and groups, and
family.
it looked like they
Yeah.
were having a hell of a
fuck yeah,
time.
man.
I've only gone as a
Because-
family, but I think it
yeah.
would be cool to go with a group of friends too.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, nobody knows anybody there. Everybody, so you got to really trust these people because you're on this boat. You're on this boat with these people for however many days. Anything can happen.
Do you know what boat you went on?
To be honest, Mike, no. I've been on 3 boats, I believe.
Mine-
2 of them have been on Carnival, and 1 of them has been on the What did you go on?
Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean. Yeah.
Mine was Royal
Two different-
Caribbean.
2 different experiences too, though.
Yeah.
That's what. I made a friend, a Cuban
Right.
guy, Julio. Shout out to Julio in Miami.
Of
I guess him and his wife go on a lot of cruises, and
Right. Yeah, it's
um,
fun.
he pretty much broke down the whole difference between all of them and where you go and what's
Oh,
for
yeah.
kids and what's for not adults, you
Yeah.
know. And it's like, and he said Carnival was this like
Party cruise line. I think
Yeah,
it's more
it
for
was like,
partying.
it wasn't as upscale as the Royal Caribbeans were. I
Ro-
was super surprised at
Royal,
the customer service
Yeah.
we
Oh,
had.
someone just pulled the thing.
One of the dogs.
Anyways, we're still.
More of an upscale. Tied up. That's good, but hey, what's up, man? This is how you know we are live. We don't bullshit around. Whenever we speaking on this microphone, man, the words that come out of my mouth are the words you're gonna hear with your ears. As I'm just saying, like there is no copy and paste like some of you guys do out there. We don't do none of that bullshit around here, man.
That dog,
Like, we're
that
like
dog got
straight up-
wound up in that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, it sure did. Like we're straight up
Pulling wires out.
live. We don't. This is nothing cut. Nothing. No bullshit around. We don't. We
What
don't
wire
bullshit
was that,
around.
Mike?
This is the power cord for the
Okay, so
laptop, the machine behind all this. Where'd my trigger go? Don't mind.
it's
him.
not a
He's
to the
just,
point episode
yeah,
if we don't have some sort of technical difficulties.
I know. But anyways, let's get back to what we were saying while Mike finishes up there. Royal Caribbean. Yeah, it is a little bit more upscale. I mean,
Yeah.
excuse me.
It was nice. I really
More family. Like Mike says. There's. And then at a certain time, it kind of shuts it down. Which is good because everybody needs to go chill, relax. I mean, depending on what side of the boat you're on or what. But I don't.
Yeah, there was an adult onlys area, but
Yeah.
it wasn't nothing special. But there was a couple of places on the boat that was pretty
And
lit
the one
up.
I
Right.
was
I
on
was
had
super surprised.
had a casino.
Yeah, well, there was a little casino. I was not surprised. I was not impressed with that
So,
casino. I lost some money in that casino.
Carnival Cruise, Mike, I would say is more for like if you're gonna have a
Ghetto.
if you're gonna have a bachelor
the
party,
cruise line,
if you're gonna
yeah.
have a bachelor party,
Yeah.
or if you're gonna have a, you want to get
They're more known for
a little buck wild.
yeah.
you know,
They're a little more known
than
for
not,
party line crews.
You know, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's a triple X. I'm just gonna say it's a double X.
Yeah, but Royal
You know?
Caribbean, the staff I think was
Oh
excellent. Like
Phenomenal,
the
man.
wait staff, like the
They know you by
Had
the end
the
of the day.
dining room,
By the end of your
the
trip,
first dinner.
boom, they know
Yeah.
you.
They remembered my kids the next day, and it was like they made personal connections. I don't know if they did it with everybody,
Everybody,
but they
Mike,
weren't
everyone.
doing the
That's their
same
job,
things
yeah.
for everybody. Like
Right.
they were the one head waitress. It was like there's a head waitress, then
Yep.
there's the waiter, and then there's the waiter's assistant. And
Sure.
the head waitress over the whole area, she would make them special like origami, because the little kids menu was just a
Right.
little stupid origami thing. So she'd make them something like each, by like the third day she was making them all something separate. It was pretty cool.
Yes.
And the other two were, I mean, excellent, and they were all from somewhere else.
Yeah.
They were not American. There was not a damn American
Not
on the
one.
boat that
Not
was
one.
working there, I don't think, unless they
No.
were behind the scenes.
No.
But I mean, maybe that's why the customer service was so great. I mean,
I don't know, but
these
yeah,
people were
I
like
told you-
that. By the end
Mike-
of the cruise, they're like family.
Mike,
Like they like,
didn't I tell you
Mr.
when
Belvedere or
Mike, when
something.
Mike, did I tell you by the time you leave, they're gonna say, "Hey, Mr. Bolak, da 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 da," and Riley, you know, all your kids' names and everything
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. You know, but then
No, that's their job. Yeah,
it is their job, but
Yeah,
it-
yeah.
it's so amazing because it's like, it's not just you; they're taking care of other people too. You know, and
yeah.
I'm not, you know, I'm not. They do it to like everyone. Like they
yeah,
might,
yeah.
I don't know. They have like a group. I guess they assign like I don't know, 10 or 15 families to them and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool, man. They're
Well,
like we said,
the
their
way,
customer
like
service
these,
is awesome.
the waiters and waitresses, you pick a dinner time, a serving
Yeah.
time. It's like 5:30 or 7:30.
I
I
haven't
think.
been in years,
And,
and it sounds like it's all hasn't changed a bit. I haven't been since it was pre-COVID.
Yeah, a lot of these people were hired during COVID.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
one
working
woman.
the staff like, when I was there too, they were just top notch. They remembered everybody's names,
The-
took care of
the-
everybody.
Assistant waitress, she was from Zimbabwe. Spoke better English than me, you know. So and it was interesting. And then the waiter, he was his name was Pooji. Oh, where the hell was Pooji from? I don't know if he was from.
Did
the
you chuckle
Philippines
the
or
first
not.
time you heard his name?
Yes, I was like, "What was that?" I made him repeat it,
I would've
and
too.
then every time I saw him, I made sure I said it.
Did you almost
felt
go
like
like bless
such
you
an
the
ass.
first time?
But they're so
No.
great. But see, that's why I don't know, man.
He's
Like,
like, "Yeah, good, yeah."
but
He
I-
didn't speak that great English, but he was great.
great
Yeah.
customer service.
Not
man.
as personal as the other two,
Right.
the women were, but other than that, we really had no run in with any other staff.
But
Like
you-
we didn't have to
but,
deal with
but
anybody.
you
so.
enjoyed it though.
Yeah, it was all right. I
was-
didn't enjoy not having internet as much as I want to detach. You literally. Here's the problem.
I like it, Mike.
Yeah, I do too, but I like to be able to respond
Yeah.
what I want.
Yeah.
And the problem is you get the notifications.
Yeah. No, I just turned my shit off. Turn that shit
Yeah,
off.
well, there's a lot of shit going on
Yeah, there
on
is.
my phone, so
Yeah,
it's
there
like
is.
sometimes it's a fuck. So it was. Well, I had to get used to it, but
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm on land.
Yeah.
Next time I'll just buy the damn internet package.
Right.
That's how I feel with my phone every time I'm over at your house, Mike. AT&T does not work.
I
good.
used to have AT&T.
Here.
It was great. Now we have T-Mobile and we have internet issues.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's why right now we're only streaming to Rumble. Facebook is being glitchy. We'll upload it there, but YouTube takes too much. So we'll end up premiering whatever. See what kind of traction we can get by posting it. So in the meantime, a lot of stuff's happened. But before we get into those major news, everyone already knows, probably sick of talking about it, but there's a lot more coming out. But I did an interview with Jennifer Pippin from Moms for Liberty.
Yeah, that's correct.
That was leading up to a debate style interview or an apology opportunity for Russ Lemon from Lemon Lines. They did this with Evergreen Media Network, and they debated the facts. And the guy Jennifer Pippin was debating with was just the epitome of the groomer generation, the groomer society, that
Right.
they just turn the other way and, you know, sacrifice for one, you know, sacrifice many for the feelings or the therapy one needs. And it was pretty sick, though, to see an argument for porn in school libraries. But so I did an interview with Jennifer Pippin before that. If you want to check it out, go to our channel. I've shared it a couple other ways too, and it's on Any River Connections. Um, I'm sure we're going to sit down with her again in a more long format with Indian River Connections and get some more information out there and get her take on things. But also, Rebecca Boone was another person we talked to the other night, me and Joanne Binford.
Right.
She is the wife of John Hearton, who's running for Congress in Florida's District 8. It's worth taking a look at their page. They've got some information now about the mainstream candidate who is known for lobbying and spent the last 12 years raking in the dough from a failed Senate opportunity. And so they've got some information they just released this week. It's worth taking a look at if you vote in District 8. John Hearton's my guy, so I'm not going to tell anybody who to vote for, but take a look at it. You might be surprised with what's in the closet of some of these politicians that seem so squeaky clean just because they raise money like machines. That's just how they work their way up this little pyramid scheme they call politics. But so besides that, man, the day after I got home, I get a notification on my phone. Maybe it was the day of. I'm not even sure.
Oh,
And
all of a
it was
sudden-
something about
all of a sudden, you're ridiculously loud. You're
No, you sound good, Mike.
no.
I don't care what
Something must
Vince
be
says.
wrong with mine then.
I don't care what Vince says. You sound good.
is it still?
Yeah, a lot of it's like
Is Leo still loud too?
No, I'm good.
No.
No, I'm good.
Must be my headset then.
Which one are you?
Oh, I don't know.
Which way do I go? Anyway, so the day, like, I got a notification, something that made me look at Twitter, and I was like, "That's why, Vince, you're jacked up to 10."
Damn,
How's
Vince.
it now?
Much
Holy
better.
shit,
Thank
Vince.
you.
Okay.
How the fuck?
Damn,
You must
how'd
have
that
bumped it or something.
Maybe I did. Anyways, so I looked at Twitter for some stupid other
if
reason,
y'all
and it
wanna
was
hook
just
up.
like someone shared something about President Trump getting shot, and I was like, no way. Let me scroll down because you never know what X, not Twitter. And then I saw Tucker Carlson post something about pray for Trump or something like that, and I was like, damn. So I go a little farther, and damn, there's the scene from President Trump's rally in Michigan, I believe it was, on the 13th. And,
I got a notification almost instantly after it happened and
I might have
saw it, and it was
Yeah.
just it was trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, so
It
was
wasn't
freaking
for
crazy.
like a good hour, maybe about an hour after that you felt okay. We at least know he's okay. You know what I mean? It was, we were pretty worried there for a little while because all you knew is he had got shot.
Yeah, so
Then they finally released the video.
let me see. I thought I had some video here of his rally.
But yeah, it was crazy. First thing I said is like, I know we talked about it on here before. A lot of us have said assassination was something we kind of expected to see them attempt to do.
Vince, how many times did I tell you that it was gonna happen, man? But I don't know, man. Like I'm not saying I'm a conspiracy theory person or anything like that, but like my mind goes all places when I think about this stuff.
I don't know if I got the right video. I don't
You know
wanna
what I'm
throw something
saying?
up there I shouldn't.
He did not act alone.
Something. Well, the more you learn right now. I
mean,
watched a video the other day where they took a couple of analysts.
Mike, hold on.
What's that?
I am so glad we're just not talking about this and we didn't talk about it the day that it
Because
happened.
now we know more facts.
Yes.
I'm so
Yes.
glad. Like things happen for a reason, and this is one of them right here. Let's go.
Yeah. So, actually, I got a video. Let's take a look at this and let's pay attention to this and let's hear your thoughts after it.
President Trump walked on the stage. Thousands were there to see him speak. They would witness the first assassination attempt of a president in more than 40 years. He was immediately surrounded by Secret Service, his ear bloodied. By 6:13 p.m., he was rushed off the stage.
I got you, sir. Let me get my shoes. Hold on, your head.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look, there he is right there.
In a video posted to TikTok, rallygoers noticed the shooter at least 2 minutes before shots were fired. By identifying features of the building and matching the location of the tree in the video, we can tell that this was filmed about 200 feet from the shooter. The gunman was on the rooftop of a nearby glass and plastics company, 450 feet from President Trump. In that same video, one officer appears to be walking along the building, another standing nearby. All of this happening as Trump addresses the crowd. Other attendees also spotted the gunman.
We noticed the guy bear crawling up the roof of the building. We could clearly see him with a rifle. We were telling the police, we were pointing at him for the Secret Service.
Earlier, the would-be assassin was seen behaving suspiciously near the metal detectors at the entrance to the event. In this video, a man who appears to be the shooter was filmed watching the rally near the building he would use for his attack. According to a senator briefed by Secret Service, there was a report of a suspicious person an hour before the shooting. The Secret Service alerted snipers 9 minutes before Trump took the stage.
This is a big crowd.
A local official says that he pulled his head up over the roof where he saw the shooter, who pointed his rifle at the officer.
One of the officers actually boosted the second officer high enough for him to grab hold of the roof. When he was able to pull his head up over the roof, he did in fact see an individual with a weapon.
He saw the shooter.
He did.
And what did the shooter do?
Turned towards him, his weapon pointed at the officer.
He says the officer ducked his head and fell 8 feet to the ground and radioed for help. Law enforcement tells NBC News that there were multiple counter-sniper teams at the rally handling security. Video captures one team about 150 feet northeast of Trump appearing to react to something just before the first shot is heard. At 6:11 p.m., Trump turns his head to reference a chart on stage.
If you want to really see something,
Moments later, popping sounds erupt. Nine shots are heard over 16 seconds, ending with one person killed, the former president wounded, and 2 rallygoers seriously injured. The gunman dead on the rooftop. There were 3 sets of bleachers behind Trump. This man was in the bleachers over Trump's right shoulder.
I was in the set of bleachers, the very far left of the podium. I heard several gunshots. The man beside me suffered a gunshot wound to the head, was instantly killed, fell to the bottom of the bleachers.
50-year-old firefighter Corey Comparator, a father of 2 daughters, was directly in the line of fire between the rooftop and the podium. He was killed shielding his family. David Dutch, a 57-year-old Marine veteran, was seated in the bleachers on the opposite side of the grandstand. He was also hit by gunfire. 74-year-old James Copenhaver, seated in the same area, was also shot. The hospital says both are in serious condition. The FBI is now leading the investigation into the assassination attempt and security.
Yeah, so does that make you feel any better that the FBI is the one now doing this investigation?
No.
Did you see any of the hearings the past couple days
Yes.
with the secretary or the
Secret
director of the
Service.
Secret Service? She came with no answers at all.
No.
You know, and if the FBI is doing this investigation, why don't we have the FBI up there too?
Yeah.
I know they're not going to answer much, but
I still say this. They were in on it. The Secret
oh,
Service.
for sure. Now,
You-
so before I show you the next video, that should get you pissed off. It just seems very odd without knowing any of the facts right off the bat. It looked like this was allowed. How was somebody
They
with
allowed it to
elevated
happen.
access to the stage get up on the roof? You
So
know?
they, in my opinion, they allowed it to happen. The shooter, he didn't operate alone. He thought, and I'm telling you this too, he thought from the stuff that they've looked up that he took the day off work, was telling his boss, I'll be here on Sunday. He thought, I believe they lied to him so much and you set him up, and he thought he was actually going to walk away from this.
I don't know. I mean, first off, right away, before we knew facts, me and some other people were thinking of that MK Ultra. You remember that? That like brainwash control from the CIA, how they used to assassinate other presidents and stuff like that, and John Lennon. So it was like this reeks of that. Had this 20-year-old kid. First of all, the identity was iffy at best in the
Right.
very beginning. But it turns out it's who the FBI says. It was this 20-year-old kid who couldn't make the rifle team. And he was able to take a shot at President Trump. And did you see the footage? If he didn't turn to look at the chart, they
Yeah,
were to brag.
I saw that.
If he didn't take a second to brag He'd have
If-
fucking been shot in the head.
Trump looked, and he even described it in one of his talks at the Republican convention when he described what happened. He literally looked at the screen to look at something, some facts or something that was up on the screen, and when he did that, he turned his head. If he had never done that, he'd be dead.
All right,
If he
Leo,
didn't turn his head.
before I switch to the next footage from this, did you have anything to say about that footage?
Just too many things going on at once. That to me, it seems like it was a puzzle.
Yeah. Have you heard of Eli Kramer? He's a representative, and he's a former Navy SEAL sniper,
Right.
but he's currently serving in Congress right now. He went to that rooftop. A lot of
Right.
people are going to be going to this rooftop, but
Right, for sure.
oh yeah.
So
here's
speaking of sniper, did you hear the sniper that they're calling it a 1 in a million shot because he really couldn't see him. He could see his scope, so he had to kind of like guesstimate where his head was. And supposedly he's been relieved of his duty because he was told to stand down and he took the shot before he was given permission to
I
take the
heard
shot.
that. I heard that too.
I can't say that
Yeah.
that's for 100% that's
The picture you
a
see,
fact that I know, but if that's true, that's sickening.
yeah, the picture you see on social media and on TV of the two snipers, those were actually local PD. Those weren't the guys who took them out.
Right.
So
Well,
where were the my initial question was, where were the Secret Service forward-looking snipers? And there's a water tower in the area too that should have been covered with a sniper.
Yeah, I saw a picture of the actual sniper on a rooftop. Supposedly it was the guy that took the shot on one of the articles that I seen.
Yeah, well, he was definitely on the rooftop, but the ones you see, like the on top of the red barn, they weren't even Secret Service.
And-
So they outsourced a lot of the security to Homeland Security investigators.
And I'm sorry, I know we're trying to move on to another video, but
no, it's related. So
you know that they had people that used to work for do this kind of stuff for a living. If there's enough, you don't leave a clear path from anywhere, from a rooftop or
Oh, no
even
way.
if you block it with a flag or some sort of advertisement or a tractor. When you work for the Secret Service, you block any straight shots at the target.
Well,
you don't allow it.
The director said the roof was too steep.
Right, and it was less steep than the one that her snipers were on.
Yeah,
that ended
it
up
was
taking.
bare. Yeah, so
So I've seen a video that's actually it was less steep than the one that they were
this,
actually on.
here's Eli Kramer.
Where the supposed sniper took a shot. It's not that steep at all. Just had a 70-year-old man back here climb up on the roof easily. See that water tower behind me? Had Secret Service or anybody had sniper teams up there, this guy wouldn't have made it 5 feet up this roof. He would have been taken out. Behind me, you see the windows.
See that?
Secret Service was supposedly in the second floor of this building behind. Big
See that?
wonder why they weren't able to quickly dispatch the individual. And then behind me, back over here where those red roofs are, that's where the stage was set up. That's where the president was giving his speech from. A lot of questions here in Butler, but we look forward to doing oversight.
I don't know, man. A lot of things just don't make sense to me, to be honest.
No,
Like,
I don't
like-
have the one
like,
video
I-
where
like,
they're in
I-
the window where the Secret
like-
Service was, and they had they watched him. They had to watch him because they had clear
If-
line of
and
sight.
If
there's
they were
another
doing
video-
their job in the window, then there's no way they couldn't
and the
have seen him
guy
go across the roof.
I agree. There's another video where there's a footage of one of the guys that has like a body camera on and stuff like that. You know, and there's the guy that's deceased already on the roof. You can see the blood. His body is blurred out, but you can see there's a Secret Service. They're talking to this guy that's on the body armor and all this shit. Like he's big and tough. Like it's a brotherhood. Okay. They're like having a conversation, and the Secret Service guys, they're having a conversation like they're 2 5-year-old kids.
Oh, I think I might have seen that.
Oh,
video.
oh yeah, you might have got the same picture. The guy that
Oh,
was
yeah,
standing by
I've
the
seen
window
that.
right there sent me the same picture. Okay, so clearly right there it tells you there was somebody right there in that window already seeing this guy right there, right?
That guy that was doing like interviewing the snipers that were there or whatever.
Right.
He just seemed to
But
me
you know-
like he seemed lost. Like
But
I
then-
think he was shocked that Trump was still alive.
Right. But then again, also too, like, did Trump pay for this shit, or what?
No, he didn't pay
like,
for that.
like, did he put
There's
like
people
more
that
fire?
believe that.
You know, because everything is like.
well, if you're a
Okay.
Democrat, that's what they're saying.
I know, Mike, but I'm not a Democrat. Yeah, I didn't hear that. No.
No, but if you go back,
but
I don't have the footage of like other representatives, Maxine Waters, calling for violence to conservatives where they
Right.
eat in the restaurants.
Yeah.
These Trump supporters need to be jailed and locked up.
Man, that lady crazy,
there was
man.
multiple. Chuck
Right.
Schumer's called for violence.
But see-
Just recently,
So let me
Joe
tell you-
Biden said it's time to stop fooling around. It's time to put Trump in our crosshairs.
Right.
Like there, I mean, there's
But he
these
pretty
freaking
much
Antifa
trying to
liberal
put a
fucking
target
tongues
on his back.
Yeah.
who thought he was going to kill the president. They didn't care if he lived or
Well,
died.
but
He
Mike, that was
dying
all.
that day, one way
I
or the
believe
other.
that was all set up.
You think it was set up?
What Biden said, them saying all that stuff, so that way they can say, "Oh, well, this 20-year-old kid just took it literally." I think they used the 20-year-old kid.
as a bait.
They used him so
As
that
a
they
bait.
could just say he,
He
was
was
just
bait.
some dumb kid.
He
So
was bait.
I watched another
He was bait.
video. I don't have it.
He was hired
That did a sound analysis
or
from.
tricked into it.
Mike,
They took the Fox News camera feed because it was stationary. It wasn't cell phone.
listen.
And they did sound analysis, and they heard another shot come from 800 feet away, which would have been that water tower. But the shot wasn't towards President Trump; it was towards the kid, and there was no snipers
Right.
Up there.
on the water tower.
Right.
So,
So-
there was a sniper, and that's probably who killed the fucking kid.
Right.
Because that
there's-
kid was not going to live to talk. He was taking the heat, I think.
So, other thing, I'm with Vince too. Like, I don't know, man. Like, whoever put these videos and has these videos, let me tell y'all are getting my views every single day because I'm analyzing the crap
Yeah,
out of
but
this shit.
it's just
Because everything just is just to me is just like a puzzle, Vince. Like, watch this man turn, grab his ear. How do we know if this man had something, little ketchup or something on his ear and just touched it and it burst?
right.
And another thing,
That's
what I didn't
some
like,
people are saying.
another thing I didn't like was these people took forever to get this man off the fucking stage.
Well, their first thing is to cover him up and try to protect them. I mean,
Gone, man. Get me,
but-
covered me, and I'm
Man,
gone.
it was bullshit, man. They first of all,
And another thing, also too, like Vince was saying, that if there was a guy that already knew that the shooter was up there, they should have got Trump off the stage right immediately. Cancel the whole fucking thing.
you
Cancel
heard
it.
the
Boom,
guy
done.
on NBC say a cop lifted up and looked at the guy, and the guy turned the gun at him, or the kid turned the gun at the cop, and the cop fell back down.
Oh, what a week!
At that point,
weak, as
fuck the
Nathaniel would
Secret
say, weak,
Service.
bro.
I'm gonna
Fuck
fire
yeah.
a couple shots
For
off,
sure.
even into the ground.
Yeah.
It'll get some attention. And you got
Right.
people
For
in the
sure.
crowd saying, "Look, there he is." For 2 minutes, they were yelling it. Two
Well,
fucking
yeah.
minutes with two guys on the ground.
And the
Telling you,
other
man,
thing,
it's just-
another thing that bothers me, like the
Scared,
guy
they were
said in the
scared.
video, why didn't they have somebody from the Secret Service up at the water tower? And like you
Right.
said,
Okay, Vince.
it does sound
I
like
think that because the
because-
CIA had it covered,
Right.
is what it
'cause
fucking was.
they didn't want them up there.
This
That's
might,
why
good
they
thing
weren't
we're
up
not
there.
streaming on Facebook.
Yeah. So another thing too. Another
We already
thing too.
got strikes.
Another thing too. Damn, man. I lost
Sorry,
it.
man. I
Lost
got
it.
heated up, man. I think it's bullshit.
No, it is.
And-
I know what I was gonna go. Like, they're all weak. They were all in it. They let this man go.
And this detail, his immediate detail did what they almost did what they should. But all the other ones that you see outward looking, the freaking Melissa McCarthy character, there was like 4 women on that detail, and none of them were over 5'5".
Did you see the
So
one?
how do you cover a 6'4" guy with a 5'5"?
Did you see the
girl?
one trying to holster her
Yes,
weapon?
she couldn't-
for like 2 minutes. She couldn't
Yeah,
find her holster.
Some of them were saying
Like,
that
what
they
the
weren't even
fuck?
Secret Service people. They were just hired.
I'm sorry,
Homeland,
that's-
they were Homeland Security investigators, people who do investigations, not like law enforcement, but they're trained because they're Homeland Security.
I don't care.
They're
What
trained in law
no
enforcement,
wonder-
but they're investigators.
No wonder our
Yeah.
Homeland Security
that
borders
same
are fucking
day-
protected.
The same day in the area, Jill Biden had an event going on, and so did I don't know if it was Kamala Harris or Michelle. I think it might have been Kamala Harris. They both had separate events going on in the area that drained the Secret Service resources. But I think that's bullshit. And then okay, his detail.
Mike,
he
here-
loves his detail, but how do you not get that guy off the stage and freaking a split second flat.
If
You
you
don't
see
let
her-
him. You don't let him do this. Like that's
I-
great.
yeah.
That's great. But get him. That ain't gonna have a chance. By the time he lifts his fist up, he's already in the
This
back
man-
of the limo,
Mike,
and
this
it's
man-
freaking 90 mile an hour down
That's
the
what
road.
I'm saying,
what
man.
the fuck happened
Like
to our Secret Service?
That is what I'm saying. Like there's a fake hand the whole time just going like this on top of him. It's a fake fucking hand. The hand has not moved the whole time. You know? Like it's just
Yeah, he finally and he did this, and then he was just like, like I loved it, you know. But when I saw that, I was like, no shit.
Picture perfect,
They
man.
fucking shot Trump, and then I started feeling guilty. So here, listen to my reasoning. You know how we say we stereotype, right? They,
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
whether it's race or sex or whatever,
They.
mental illness, them Democrats. But I was like, wait a minute, they didn't shoot him. Some crazy fucking kid shot him. But then I started
Then we
thinking about
start seeing
Maxine
everything.
Waters and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and all these politicians call for violence.
That was my first response too.
Yes,
Is I
they
believed it was
shot
just
him.
some brainwashed
Mike.
20-year-old kid that thought he was doing
So listen.
his people a
he
service.
was because the mainstream media told him to.
Yes.
Right.
Told
So-
him Trump
but
is Hitler.
I believe-
Trump is a Nazi.
I believe
Yes.
there's more to it than
No.
that. That helped
Vince.
brainwash him.
Vince,
He was allowed to do it.
Okay, so listen to
He
to,
had inside
Vince,
information.
Listen to me and listen to if it makes sense or if it doesn't make sense. All right. So, hold on. So
Thanks. Sorry. No, you did.
so listen to this. Tell me if this doesn't sound like it's a puzzle, right? So they here we go again, right, Mike? they
Well, you can group them together because
No.
they do. They push that narrative.
No,
out
yeah,
there.
for sure. They were gonna kill Trump. They were gonna
We
kill him.
said it. We knew it was
We
coming.
knew
to
it was
this.
coming.
Everybody knew.
We knew,
They
and I
could
said it on
not-
the podcast plenty of times. They're
They
gonna shoot
knew
him.
they could not beat him.
Okay, so listen to this now. Watch. So they did not kill him, right? So what's the next thing to do?
Well, they ain't. They're not done.
No, okay. I know what I'm saying.
I-
Okay,
okay.
so
I
he
still
didn't
believe
die.
there could be another
Vince,
assassination.
No, yes,
attempt.
Vince. Wait, watch. I'm not done. So they didn't kill him. So what's our next plan? We got to get Joe Biden off of there because our next
Well,
plan
I
now
think that-
is
I think
have a theory.
now
I
Yeah.
think
put
that was
this
part of the
female
plan
in
to
there
begin with.
because this guy moved too quick on this kid, and this kid missed them.
I'll give you my theory
have
on all
another
that
theory,
anyway.
too.
So,
You know, that's just my thing. So now this is their second plan, Plan B.
so
Plan B
politics is
comes
always
in-
a one-up game,
Oh.
anyways. And so, in that being said, we know Joe Biden isn't running for president. He wasn't
No.
running for president. It was the machine behind him.
Right.
Otherwise, he,
We said that
he
too.
would have won. But what? How
said
else
it.
could the machine one up Trump getting shot, other than Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race
because
and
he
endorsing Kamala?
because he was supposed to be dead, and Kamala was never supposed to be endorsed by Biden. It was never supposed to
I
be
don't
that
think-
way.
I don't
but
think it was either.
It wasn't supposed to be that way
Listen.
because he was supposed to. They were supposed to kill this guy, and Biden was still going to run because there was going to be nobody else because everybody, the whole country was going to be just so devastated about what had happened.
Listen, mark my
so-
words.
I
Mark
st-
my words. We will have a president Kamala Harris before November 5th. We will have
Oh,
a president
yeah.
Kamala Harris that nobody ever voted for. Nobody voted for her in the Democratic primary when she ran against Joe Biden, and nobody voted for her before that either. And now we're going to be
And-
stuck with her. And they
and I-
already had their primaries.
And I'll be honest with
In
you
most
too.
of those swing
There's
states.
something that the Republican Party is doing right now that may cause her to be the president and Joe Biden have
Joe
to step
Biden ain't
down.
going to make it.
So
This
he's
is-
probably not going to
Vince-
make it anyways, but the Republican Party is trying to sue and say you can't do what you're doing.
Right.
You have to implement the 25th Amendment.
Right.
And that has to be
yeah, I don't know
but
if I
here-
agree
but
with
here-
that.
But here's the problem. All
Because
your
he could be,
doctors,
I know they say
but-
that if they was completely sane, and he just said, "No, I'm not running."
Well, they're saying that because his doctors were saying he had perfect health, and now you're not saying that he's leaving because of health. They're saying he's leaving because they don't think he has a chance to beat Trump. You
Right.
cannot step
he said-
aside for that reason.
First, he said,
You nominated him, you have to
I'll
stick with
only
him."
drop out of the race if they tell me I
Right.
can't beat him."
Right.
And so they told him.
That's
So
illegal.
all after the debate, after the debate, it was like a house of cards coming crawling down. So the Biden looked like a complete jackass. I think either just before or just after the court case in Florida about the secret documents, Judge Cannon, she kicked that right out because it was already a question of was Jack Smith legally appointed. Oh, just before that, the Supreme Court ruled there is presidential immunity for official acts. So they couldn't get Trump on all these. They started crumbling, and then he got shot. He already had it before he got shot, and then he got shot. And I think even more people rallied behind Trump at that point, and they were just like, all right. Even the Democrats were like, well, Biden's not going to beat him now. I don't think they even think Kamala Harris is going to beat him.
No.
I think she's their sacrificial
They're
lamb. So
wanting,
here goes my
they're
theory.
wanting him to step aside so that they can have their first female president.
Well, and
plus,
this is what I would say. If I was going to advise a Democratic committee, whatever, who's running the machine, I'd say he's got to step down now. Give us the first black female president in history for the next 4 months who doesn't run for president. Or let her run because she sucks anyways. And she can just be their sacrificial lamb because Trump's going to win no matter what. Why would they spend political capital like a Gavin Newsom,
Mike,
or Michelle Obama against Trump? Because right now they might as well anoint him.
Mike, they need a plan B. She is they plan B.
Get out of there.
You know, like that's their plan B, man. Like this wasn't supposed to happen this way. So now they're just trying to scramble whatever they could find, so they could.
I've got a
do
weird.
something.
I got a little bit of a weird theory.
That's just me, man. That's just
let me
like
bounce this off you guys and see what you think. I got this funny feeling that if they succeeded in assassinating Trump, Biden still would have stepped aside. And I got this funny feeling it wouldn't have been Harris. I got this funny feeling it would have been Clinton.
Rumors have it. She's looking down, the scope right now.
And
Who
so here's
Hillary.
the other thing.
A lot Democrats should be
Clintons-
pissed off, man.
The Clintons are they're not rookies when it comes to assassinating people.
Well, but like their associates end up dead, unalived.
Right. So
You gotta watch what you say.
and there's still
They're unalived.
there was the guy that died for the guy that was
He
the
killed himself by shooting himself in the head with a shotgun.
there was the other one for
and then
Biden too.
hanging
They
himself.
still say the Clintons had that one done. The guy that drowned.
Obama's chef.
Yeah, his chef that drowned because he
Oh,
probably
wait,
overheard a
you're-
conversation.
You're
he shouldn't have
talking
heard.
right.
about two total different machines right there, though. That's not
I'm
the
just saying,
Clintons. That's not the Clintons.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
that they say the Clintons are the ones that supplied what he needed to get it done.
I think the Obama's already. They don't need the Clintons anymore. That was another theory
but
that
maybe at that time.
Michelle might throw her
Right.
hat in, but she's recently come out and said she detests the idea of running for president, and I understand that because why would she? Why does she want to go back out in the limelight? She's got the power of a queen right now. They control
Right.
the political underground in Washington D.C. Why do you think they live right down the road from the White House? They ain't been Joe Biden calling the shots.
Right.
He had a stroke in Vegas a week ago, and then he disappeared for 5 days. Come on.
So, what do you think about the Hillary Clinton thing, though?
I don't know. The Democratic Party is being called upon. The DNC is being called upon to have an open convention to pick a nominee, not just forward the delegates over to Kamala Harris, but supposedly she's got enough delegates to secure the nomination. But there's been no primary,
Right.
because they wouldn't let there be a primary. They wouldn't let other Democrats go up against Joe Biden. Robert F. Kennedy had to leave the party, and he's liberal as fuck. Sorry for my language tonight, but there's a lot to cover,
Right.
and I think it's unraveling. I tried to explain it to my son because, of course, they hear the stuff in the background. And, if the president got shot, he's going to hear about it. I'm going to tell him about it, too. And it's like, I saw a post that described it really good, too. It was like, we're living in someone's hardest part of history class in 30 years or something, 50 years from now. It's like, you'll be telling your kids about this because it's
for
been
sure.
40 years since they attempted to assassinate Ronald Reagan. you know, since he's been shot. But he made it, so thank God Trump did too. But my point is, they're getting desperate, like you said, Leo.
Yeah.
But I think now
yeah.
at this
They're
point,
getting very desperate.
I think the deep state now, just like before, they're preparing for a Trump presidency. They know they're going to have to deal with it. He's not going to go away. If they can't get the right person to kill him, they have to prepare for it, like they did last time.
And tell me her
And that's
speech.
why he wasn't as successful as he could
Right.
have been last time.
My bad, man.
Because I'm sorry, he let too many of them plants
Right.
stay.
But you know, too, like, tell me her speech wasn't like already. To me, her speech was already like ready for this occasion for it to happen.
Whose speech?
Wouldn't yours be?
Who?
Kamala.
Wouldn't yours
Well,
be?
you know
I
that's-
mean, you spent 4 years picking up diapers
this-
behind Joe
listen,
Biden. You're gonna have your speech ready too, man.
Yeah.
3.5 years
Hey,
ago.
Kamala, man.
This-
Hey,
this-
y'all can
this
tag
guy-
me. Listen, hold on, Mike. Vince, hold on.
This guy hasn't been able to find the right door or get off a stage in
Vince,
years,
I
Leo.
know,
She's
Vince
probably
falls
been
up
working
the
on
stairs.
this.
Hold on, man. Let me tell our listeners real quick. Hey, listen, don't forget to give us a like, give us a share. Definitely give us
Where?
a share, man. On all types of platform. You name it, we got it, man. It's fucking out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Check out the website too, where we can get some cool merch,
Yeah,
like
get some merch.
Vince's
Yeah,
shirt right
Vince's
here.
shirt right there.
Voting for
I
the
didn't have
felon.
mine
Here,
on
let's
today
move
'cause
this
it just
thing
came
out
in
here.
and
Yeah,
it smelled like
see
vinegar.
Vince's shirt?
Voting for the felon.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. You know, mine's the same thing.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the picture. I
This
didn't
one
have it
is
yet.
the special edition. You got to hit us up for this one. It's got the, I don't know if you can see it or not, but whatever. There's all kinds of merch on there for us, for TGI Now, for Benford Chronicles, which I need to do some adjustments. So if you need something, talk to me first, and I make sure it's the right way, like Leo's shirt. For bearded guys, if they got logos like Vince's, the logo's up a little too high. But anyways, yeah.
But yeah.
So back to Kamala Harris. Here, check this out.
Yeah,
If you don't
so-
know Kamala Harris, you wanna?
No, go ahead.
I don't want to know her.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say,
I
yeah,
know
don't
enough.
forget to give us a like, give us a share. Definitely,
Oh, yeah.
definitely give us a share, man. Like, it just put it out there for us real quick. Like, it doesn't hurt you. We're like, if you don't want to talk to them, just say, hey, talk to these people. I just shared their
Even
video.
if you don't want to share it, just hit the thumbs up
Yeah, give
and
us a thumbs
comment
up, man.
or
Just-
something.
Somebody
Just give us a thumbs
share
up,
it
man. Just
to
share it.
Harris or Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, for sure. Because
Please.
I'm about to say this about
Oh, wait a
Kamala.
minute. Maybe
Like-
not. Then we'll be assassinated.
She had the speech already ready to go the moment she became the vice president. She had the speech ready to go.
Yeah. But like we said, she's probably
Because-
been writing that for 2 years at least.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because it was just like, you know,
Do you
this
think
is
she
what I
even wrote
did,
it?
and this is what I. Okay, so what? We know. Like, okay.
Well, here,
Are you about to play the Trump
But
campaign?
you know what?
then?
That's what the people wanted to hear, though.
This
from
is
her mouth.
actually someone running for Senate. I don't know the guy, but here.
Because there's one with that Trump did. They released something where they were just like totally. It makes Kamala Harris look horrible. It's funnier than shit.
Inspiring and very capable. The more people get to know her, they're going to be particularly impressed by her ability.
Nonpartisan GovTrack has rated you as the most liberal senator.
I am prepared to get rid of the filibuster to pass a Green New Deal. There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
Would you ban offshore drilling?
Yes.
What is the solution for voters in the fossil fuel industry?
Giving the workers an ability to transition. We're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminals. That's correct.
Raise your hand if you think it should be a civil offense rather than a crime to cross the border without documentation.
Abolish ICE. Yeah. Is that a position you agree with?
And we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
Outdated. It is wrong-headed thinking to think that the only way you're going to get communities to be safe is to put more police officers on the street.
Would you support changing the dietary guidelines?
Yes.
You know, the food pyramid. What people
Yes. Yes.
to reduce red meat specifically.
Yes.
People who are convicted in prison, like the Boston Marathon bomber, on death row, people who are convicted of sexual assault, they should be able to vote?
I think we should have that conversation.
We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program.
So for people out there who like their insurance, well, they don't get to keep it.
Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
I am opposed to any policy that would deny any human being public health, period.
The more people get to know her, they're going to be particularly impressed by her ability.
I think so.
Like a fucking coach's fucking
so
chair.
we're back, and that was Kamala, and that was an ad for some dude running for office. But She did. She said all those things. It wasn't fabricated.
Oh, yeah,
We
no.
watched all that in the last
Oh,
debate.
yeah.
That's why nobody voted for her.
Yeah.
So how is it, she was a DEI pick by Joe Biden from the beginning anyways. And, now she's just been inherited this position
Right.
and the nomination for the Democrats. But
Hopefully people are smart enough to see that Joe Biden has not really been the one running this country. It's all part of a group or a program, whatever you want to call it. And we're not going to get it. She's just going to fall right in line, be right a part of the same system. Not gonna see any change from her
Right.
versus what's already going on.
No, I agree with you, Vince.
yeah, it's unfortunate too that Democrats can come up with some really good talent. I mean, none of them on the deck are really worth a damn, but Republicans have a lot of hot shots out there right now to take the helm, and Trump picking J.D. Vance has got a lot of people stirred up. It
Right.
says it's his nod to the CIA
Right.
that this guy's part of the deep state, but
But you know what, too, though, Mike?
I don't know,
You know what, too, though, Mike? What I also think that this is where Trump should fucking step into and be like, y'all get on my ass for firing people for not doing their job. I need every single person that was there supposed to protect me. I need them fired. No excuses, no nothing. Y'all are gone.
Well, somebody was given the stand down, but you think?
Sorry,
If you were told to stand down and you watched somebody climbing up a roof with a rifle that you know wasn't friendly,
Mike, this is your job,
I'd
man.
have shot him.
You know your
Yep.
team when you're there. I know you. You know me. You know where I'm supposed to be at. You know where everybody's supposed to be at. If there's somebody in my area that is not supposed to be there, guess what?
we're back.
You're gone.
We're back to the time.
Yeah.
It's pretty
No, I
serious.
agree.
You're gone. Sorry, man. You're gone, man. That's my job. Is to protect this man. I don't care who you are. You're gone. Sorry.
So you remember Judge Joe Brown? Yeah, he did the TV show. He was a real judge. Here's his take on Kamala.
Before she dug Emhoff, she dated some prominent men, including in 2001, former talk show host Montel Williams. Back then, he was the famous one and had to introduce her to the paparazzi.
A corrupt witch. She's been corrupt her whole life, and she fucked her way to the top. They used to detail this witch in the LA Times with her sexual escapades. She fucked damn near everybody trying to get up. She used to be a frat hoe when she was at Howard. And she ain't black. You know,
Yeah, that's Judge Joe Brown, and then he knows her because from in California, she was the attorney general or something like that,
So,
or
and-
a district attorney.
To like his last part there, that's something I saw actually just before I left my house to come here and do this podcast. Was I'm seeing they're putting polls out there and comments about how the black community really doesn't support her.
she
There's
ain't.
I can't think of it, the big college, the all black college, like I guess they're trying to file a lawsuit that's saying that it's unjust the way that she's been selected. Like so like the black community is not backing her.
Yeah,
From
I
what
don't-
I've seen. I mean,
I don't trust any polls.
I've seen
even
it's
friendly,
more
I
the
don't
black
trust them.
men that don't seem to like her.
And just because I think it's in the bag doesn't mean we should assume it is either. Everybody's got to get out there and vote on November 5th. If you're local, vote on August 20th in our primaries here in Indian River County or your other counties, whatever. It all starts local, but
Did you see?
you got to vote.
Did you see that Elon Musk is putting forth? I think it's $45 million a month.
A month
To-
through a PAC.
Yeah. So there's other people involved.
And you got
but-
other billionaires to do the same.
So what are they doing? It's all to help. He's donating $45 million a month, and essentially what the money's supposed to be used
Trump
for.
campaign.
Well, what it's supposed to be used for, what I heard directly, his money is supposed to be more for protecting the integrity of the polls.
Oh, okay.
So that $45 million is supposed to go a long ways to make sure
make
that
sure
they're
there's
not
no fraud,
that they're
no
not
bullshit.
cheating and doing fraud.
That's good. I like that.
Between now and the election.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Speaking of Elon, here's Elon on the latest. He must have did interview with Jordan Peterson. Sorry, the other dog's about to walk into the bird's nest back there. Where did he go? Not Eli, but here's Elon.
I was essentially tricked into signing documents for one of my older boys, Xavier. This is before I had really any understanding of what was going on, and we had COVID going on, and so there was a lot of confusion. I was told, Xavier might commit suicide if he.
That was a lie right from the outset.
Incredibly evil, and I agree with you that people that have been promoting this should go to prison.
That's
So
a
I was
personal
tricked into doing this, it wasn't explained to me that puberty blockers are actually just sterilization drugs. Anyway, and so I lost my son essentially. They call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah,
All right. So the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead. So my son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that would be like.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and there's lots of people in that.
That's the woke mind virus, the puberty blockers, the you
Right.
can be whatever you want to be kind of, I just wanted to slide into that conversation Elon had because it's pretty touching. And that's one of his biggest reasons for getting behind Donald Trump is to,
Right.
it's because enough is enough. All the 5 out of 7 of those agents were women because they were DEI picks. Kamala Harris is vice president because she was a DEI pick. The director of the Secret Service was a DEI pick. It's just like, and it gets worse. Obviously, he's a victim of it even worse because they got to his son.
Right.
He's got multiple kids, but that doesn't make it any easier.
Right.
When you see your son lost. I can attest. I don't have family close to me, but I know there's family out there that are dealing with this also, so it's, yeah, it's definitely out there. Let me see. Did I have any other footage before we do go into anything else? Oh, that was all I got. But yeah, so as far as Kamala and the left, it's super important we get out there and vote.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's part of their, part of their game plan too. I think is so many people are just gonna say, "Oh well, it's in the bag. Trump's got it. There's no way." So if a decent percentage of the Trump supporters don't show up to vote, it's still very important. You can't just assume he's definitely gonna win.
Yeah, well, that's what they told people in Arizona in 2020. They didn't go wait in the long lines because they told Trump had it in the bag, and that was false. In the middle of the night, the freaking votes changed with Joe Biden, which was bullshit. We're on Rumble, so I can say that. And if it gets us kicked off Facebook, fuck Facebook, because they're screwing with me anyway. So, yeah, so Trump getting shot, Biden stepping down, Kamala Harris getting endorsements. Not everybody's endorsing her. The Obamas aren't, by the way. A guy we work with informed me of that. I don't know about the Clintons, obviously, but
You want to know a couple of her supporters already, supposedly, from what I heard, is Bill Gates, George Soros, the people that had bought the party in the past. So whoever's running for the Democrat Party is going to be working for those big-time billionaires at this point.
yeah, unfortunately, it's the machine. They don't really have a choice who they're going to run. So, yeah, and so Kamala, she's the anointed one. Trump got shot. We mentioned that. Secret Service director stepping down. So what's next?
I feel like we're getting something.
I still think Biden's gonna resign. If he doesn't resign, they're gonna invoke the 25th Amendment and make him
Right.
resign. It'll be interesting. I think we're in history, and we're watching it in the making. Great. Hi guys.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, company. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure, definitely though. We all knew this was gonna happen. We all knew stuff like this, shady stuff, always happens.
We talked
And
about it months
man,
ago.
and we knew about it. This is why we have this podcast so that you guys can listen and hear tell you guys what's gonna happen, what's gonna be
We've
next.
been saying for
we
probably
have been telling you guys,
half
man,
a
like,
year
it's
now
just-
that Biden would not be the one running in the end, and that the only way they could beat him is if they assassinated him.
y'all criticize, y'all say
What the
we're
fuck is this whole
and
episode
that,
been about?
this and that. But look where we're at now.
We've been talking about this for half a year.
It's
literally.
not called To the Point Podcast just because it's To the Point Podcast. It's just because we're getting right to the point and we're telling you guys exactly what's going to happen. You know, make fun of us, say this, say that, but guess what? Where we're at? Guess who's being bullied now? Not me, because I
mean,
told you as now
we-
everybody's laughing.
We may
But,
not.
but you know
always-
what though, Vince? Now you can see everybody's true colors, man. Because as soon as this shit happened, you see all these people. All of a sudden, they're all Trumpers. What happened now? How come you're speaking up now? Oh, you needed somebody to speak up for you. What's up? Huh? All of a sudden, it's like, are y'all followers? Are you guys jumping on the bandwagon now because y'all feel sorry for this man or what? Like, it's like, be honest, man. Don't lie. Say what you gotta say. Don't be scared about. I said what I gotta say, man. You know, like I ain't stepping back. I ain't saying it is what it is, man.
What I was gonna say was, I mean, everything we say or our views may not always be correct. Sometimes we might have some of our facts that
They're
aren't even
always
100% correct. Sometimes it's just theories. But look what we've been talking about all this time, and it's all, in one way or another, it's all unfolding in front of us, or has
don't-
been for the last week. now.
Right. We don't have a plan B like the others. You know, like we say, it is what it is, man. Like what comes out of my mouth and what goes into your ears, that's it. There is no rewind button. You know, like, I
Where
can't
would
take it
things
back.
be if they succeeded right now? Like,
That's what I'm saying, Vince. Like everybody.
if
would
they-
be-
I watched
Where-
something the other day
I'll
that
tell you
gave
what,
me
I-
like
that's one thing I haven't really looked into
chills.
because he
Vince,
hadn't selected his running mate yet.
No, but if
that's why he did it so fast and that like
Right,
almost
right.
on Monday.
So if they would have succeeded, Vince, this is what would happen.
They would have.
Right? The election, there would be no election. We would have still continued with the same presidencies that we have as of right now.
Do you think we would have had
Why?
a civil war?
I'll tell you why. Oh,
I would have been ready.
I think it'd be pretty damn close.
Oh,
I would've been
it
ready.
would be very close. And you know where it would start at? At his funeral. That's exactly where that shit would.
Well, I think it's already started first.
Is where you would hear some real gunfire go down.
I
I
think-
am not lying because when I say real gunfire would be going down. There would be no others at that funeral station. I guarantee you for a fact. There would be no others.
There
at that
certainly would have been a
funeral.
lot of outrage, and quite frankly, to me, it would have called for.
I'll tell you what, Vince.
It would have called for
Vince,
a civil war.
Vince, I'll tell you what. Secret Service would not know what to do.
Yeah, what do you do about
That
it
day.
now though? Like the Secret Service got to go.
For sure.
They got to go. Something's got to be done. The FBI, same thing.
Vince,
It's like
Mike, another thing. This lady, it took this long.
She still hasn't been to the site, by the way.
I'm just saying it took this long for her to say, "Hey, I'm gonna step down."
she was at the convention, the Republican convention. They
Right.
got her on the back camera. Two senators
Yeah.
that you wouldn't think would chase her down, chased her down.
Well, because they were upset. Mike,
and if
man,
that
they already
one
knew
thing,
what
if
was gonna
this
happen,
if
man.
this did one thing,
She
it
knew about it.
united the Republican Party behind Trump.
Like it just like to me, like, okay, if I knew, hey, I know I didn't fuck up. I know I did my job. I know everything that was supposed to be done was done correctly. I wouldn't step down. I'll let them.
Well, that's the problem. They've all been complicit. With,
I'll let them fire
Well,
me.
that's the problem with Joe Biden. They've
I'll
all been
let them
complicit
fire-
in Joe Biden's health. When he was in Vegas, there was he was going from one place to another, and the Secret Service informed local PD, who does the road closures, we need an express route to the local, whatever they called it, medical center
Right.
for a medical emergency, an unspecified medical emergency. And then they had, I think they got there, and then they decided they were going straight to Air Force One. So they went straight to Air Force One. Air Force One flew from Nevada.
Who was this for?
Joe Biden. Flew from Nevada to Delaware, the Air Force Base where it lands in Delaware, and right in Joe Biden's back of the woods and Henry Reed, whatever,
Right.
the medical center that would treat the president, which would normally be like 4.5 hours. They did it in 3.5 hours. They said Air Force One was at full throttle. The plane was shaking the whole time. You know, and then the local PD is what leaked about the road closures, and that someone else had come out and said the president had I forget what it's called. It sounds like TSA, but it's they treat it as a mini stroke or a minor stroke or something like that. So a lot of people thought he was dead because he was MIA for a couple of days. You know, supposedly he had COVID, but then he did a phone call with Kamala, and then he just came out today or yesterday.
Was it though him?
He
though?
might as well be dead.
Was
man.
it him though?
They're going to start cutting back the IV drip. Watch. He's not going to make it 100 days. We have 100 days.
Mike, that's what I'm saying, man. This
Especially
is their plan B, man.
if
Like they
it
knew
looks-
this guy. Mike, we were supposed to have 2 dead presidents, Mike.
If it looks like Kamala
No, we're
is
only
going
gonna have one.
to get ruined, watch. They're going to step him
Vince, now
down
we're
because
gonna
it's
have
not going to
one.
be his choice. They're going to give Kamala the helm, and then they're going to wait for the tragedy that provides an opportunity.
Okay, so
like they say hurricane, like they do. You know,
Mike-
every tragedy is an opportunity for a politician.
I got a question. All right. So say Trump does not. I'm just saying it. Okay. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. Just don't listen to this part. Say Trump doesn't win. What happened? Say the other people win.
I think we're pretty damn near on the verge of.
So then
we're already at civil divorce.
Okay,
I think
Okay. So
We're at the
she would
thorn.
be the president.
if
If nothing
Trump
else
doesn't win,
happens.
yeah, because she's now the candidate for the Democrats.
Fuck, man.
Unless something happens in the
And
DNC.
you know what's scary too, though, is that I'm just not gonna say it. I get a lot of shit for this.
We vote in November, and in January, the new president will be sworn in, no matter what.
When?
In January 6th.
I want to see.
Maybe it's not January
Listen.
6th, but
I want to see the security for this, brother. For this.
well, Trump's security ever since then have been big dudes that can cover him.
Yeah,
You
like,
know?
what's up with these little tiny midgets, man?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
it's like a-
the dude is tall. Like you can't guard him with a
Mike-
5-foot woman.
Mike, when I tell you that I've seen this video 100 times, and I've watched the time go by, and these people are still there, and this guy, he's asking for his shoes, he's asking for his hat.
Yeah,
he's
I
asking.
saw that.
They have a big
Let me
window.
get my shoes. Let me get my shoes. Yeah, he's already been gone, man.
They have a big window open. There's this Secret Service guy with a fake hand because it's fake because it doesn't move. I watched these videos
Did you
100
really?
times. I've watched these videos 100 times, Mike. His hand is either he's crippled or there's something because his hand does not move from covering it like this. Mike, I've watched these videos.
His
100
hand
times.
is just out here. Like, where's
this.
Trump?
Yeah, wide open. Like he has
Oh,
his
the
hand
guy
like
with
this.
the glasses behind him.
I don't know. He has his
I
hand
don't
like
know.
this, like trying to cover him. Like, well, what is your hand gonna do, bro?
What do you do? Like, I mean, you're like, let's say you're charged with protecting Donald Trump. Like, here's close detail because his close detail
right
aren't gonna let anything happen to him. But they let him stay on the stage too fucking long. But
Yeah, right there, they let him
yeah.
stay on the stage for way too
But
long.
it's like, you know, do you
my thing? See, this is what
smash him, drag him, like fuck your shoes, you know,
Mike,
fuck your.
You know
hat.
what I was
Like,
thinking?
this
Why
is
don't
what-
they have like an armor-proof blanket that they can throw on them?
Oh no, Vince. Let me tell you what.
They exist. I've seen them. I've seen them in gun videos.
Vince, let me tell you this. I've looked into Secret Service and I've studied these people. Man, these things. Listen. I don't have a debt in school. I don't have a debt in none of this bullshit, and I probably could do a better job than these people. These people's vests, the Secret Service people's vests,
they're suits.
It's a suit. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
shirt.
their
It's a-
suits are probably.
It's a certain material
Yeah.
they use, Vince. It's not
Either that
something.
or they're lizard
it's a
people.
lot thinner.
It's
They could be lizard people.
It's a heavy suit that they got to wear. You know, they don't wear just
But
no.
it's-
They don't wear just no regular suit from down the street. No,
yeah, they're not like the metal plates. It's flexible material.
Right. But anyways, going back to it, like Mike says, like we need big dudes to cover, taller than this guy, to be able to to make sure nothing happens. Another thing, if it's 4 or 5 of us that are gonna guard this guy, as soon as the 4 and 5 of us are there, we're moving.
Yeah,
We're
tackling his
We
ass.
are not. We either we're
Yeah.
picking him up because
Did
he's dead, or we're doing something, but we're moving.
I can't believe I don't have the video ready to go. But
We're
the video
moving.
where he was
Two,
he
three,
turned
four,
to say
five,
something,
boom,
he was
we're
like,
moving.
ah, and then it heard the second, and he was like,
And
down.
then another guy comes out and gives him the towel and is making sure he's wiping. Bro, let's go. Let's go. What are you doing?
That's why in his next speech at the
And my other thing is,
his speech at the RNC, he said, "I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm not
No.
supposed to be alive." And they were like, "Yes, you are." Yeah.
No,
and he's
he
like,
wasn't.
No,
I seen that.
no, I'm not. Like I'm not supposed to. He's like, "That's nice, but I'm not."
like he still
Like
can't
he knows
capture it.
they're out to kill him.
Yeah, like he still can't capture it like what just happened. Like it's literally a Hollywood movie, and it's gonna happen. It's
Could
gonna
you
be a movie.
imagine that happening to you? Like if you're being in Donald Trump's shoes, like just having your ear shot.
Well, there you go
a
again,
bullet
Vince. Guess
being
what?
like a half inch from killing you.
Hold on, there you go again. He wasn't even in his own damn shoes because how the fuck did the shoes come off?
Oh, they're dress shoes. When he
Yeah.
went down, they probably
Popped
Slipped off?
slipped off. Yeah, because they're barely on anyways. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like
And then if you've ever worn dress shoes with dress socks,
right.
like
Yeah,
the
slippery,
shoes will
yeah,
slide
yeah.
right off
But then
those
there you-
socks.
There you go again. Maybe if the dude was a little bit younger, a little bit more capable of I'm
I think
down.
he did a pretty fucking good job, man. What do you mean?
Well,
fucking
he did.
dodged the
He
bullet.
did. He did. But
He took a bullet, but he dodged it too.
But either he was too slow of getting back up from the ground that the Secret Service didn't move him, or the Secret Service was too slow to
I
pick
think
his ass
he
up
was
and
like
fucking
shocked too, because if
Everybody
not
was
just
shocked,
in
but it was
shock,
just,
but
"Let's go."
he was like, "All right, what are we doing?" There was audio. I don't know if that was part of ours, but there was audio where he was like, "All right, what are we doing?" And then they're like, "All right, move," you know. And then he was like, "Wait, let me get my shoes."
You know,
I think by then the shooter was already
Right.
down.
Another
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Another.
But you don't know
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You don't
No,
know.
you don't
Where's
know.
the other one?
Another
you would
thing,
think
Vince.
the people down there would have got confirmation in their ear that he's shooters down, but you never know if there is another
Vince. Another
The
thing.
one they planted.
We shouldn't have not been talking about this in the first place. This shouldn't have never happened.
No.
Period.
one. No. If the Secret
Period.
Service was, it was an inside
Period.
job.
Period. Yeah.
The kid was just, whatever. He was just
So
bait.
so before it all happened, they had already had a picture of him. 19 minutes before everything all happened, there was already a picture being shared within the Secret Service of this kid.
yeah, they
I'm
were.
calling him a kid. I don't know. He's 20
he
years
was
old.
already
He's not a kid.
he was already under review, and he was
Because
suspicious.
he was caught with that range device.
Right.
Rangefinder. Oh yeah,
Rangefinder.
there was all kinds of details about.
So right there and then, hey, let's go, man. Get out of here, bro. Let's get you locked up. The one guy said, "Oh, I want." There was another video posted out there that one of the Secret Service people was like, "Oh yeah, I got the two guys on there that videotaped the whole thing of the guy being up here, and he was videotaping his family. I have him detained down there, and I'm going to question him, motherfucker." There's other people you need to be questioning.
You know, the
one
other
dude
side
with the
question- so-
fuzzy hat, he's like no one. He ain't nowhere to be
So
found.
why would you have people inside those buildings also? Why wouldn't they all be
too
on
hot.
around?
It's too hot.
Shit,
Well, yeah,
you
but
signed
that's-
up for this
that's-
shit,
right.
man.
That's not. That's
I
not.
think it doesn't
guarantee you
matter.
that's not
Anything doesn't
So-
matter except when the guy was in the room looking out the window, in the room where Secret Service was set up, looking out
Right.
the window at the dude.
They said
Right
those.
then and there.
They said
And he was
those
looking at it
windows
from
don't
his ass,
open.
because that's what he would.
Those windows don't open. So what were they going
The
to
dude
do?
opened them. Yeah, the room where
Well,
the
they
guy.
said this. Well, I don't know. One of the interviews I saw,
I've
they
got
said that
other
they didn't
video.
open.
I don't know if I've
But
got.
I don't understand why you would be doing it from.
How did he get the gun in there?
He stashed a
They
bicycle
should have been
and
around the
backpack.
perimeter of the building, and there should have been people on that roof. And how do you stash an AR rifle behind an air conditioner unit? There should have been perimeter checks.
Oh, and I have dealt with the Secret Service before, where I used to work at, and they do a pretty good job on securing the places. So I don't know what happened here. And this wasn't even for this is for Nancy Pelosi, which she ain't nobody.
Now, I don't believe every person that was there for the Secret Service was in on it.
What was I looking for
They're
again?
following orders.
You're looking for the video of the.
They're following
window.
orders. They're following the plan that's laid out for them.
Right.
So they're not. It's not like they're all in on it, because there's no way that they could keep it quiet.
No.
But you've got your
that hush money
higher ups, like the lady that what's her name, Mike? The one running the
someone's getting
Secret
paid
Service.
out. Someone's
What was
getting,
her name?
Say that once more, Vince.
The lady running the Secret Service.
Cheetah or something like that. She came from Doritos. She used to work for Doritos. Yeah. She's really good friends with Joe Biden, though.
She's a spicy Cheeto, huh?
But she's
spicy Dorito.
No doubt in my mind, she was part of it.
She was
Part of the whole thing.
So she quit.
So she stepped down, I guess.
She stepped down. Why didn't she just quit? How much was her payout? How much she get payout? How much?
She's gonna be a scapegoat.
So listen, so they get Trump on fucking having hush money for all his females and stuff like that, but yet, what about this hush money?
Let's watch this video.
This hush money is hush money too. Someone got a big chunk of change.
This might give us some more information, but fair warning, I don't think I edited this video yet, so maybe I'll have to.
President Trump walked on the stage. Thousands were there to see him speak. They would witness the first assassination attempt of a president in more than 40 years. He was immediately surrounded by Secret Service, his ear bloodied. By 6:13.
Yeah, that wasn't the video. We already saw that one. But
anyways, also too, those people that got killed though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one guy.
That one man that got killed. You know, my respects to him,
sad,
man. You know, it's sad that this had to happen to
Trying
his
to
family,
cover his family.
and it had to happen to him. You know, that family didn't get payout. You know, okay,
Well,
they got. I mean, they got paid. You know, their expenses.
Trump's
and stuff.
raising money for him.
Okay,
like
but
GoFundMe.
But Vince, it shouldn't have happened.
No,
man.
it doesn't replace, doesn't replace
should
the husband or the
recover.
father
Right.
for the kids.
Where's the others at?
The
You know?
other two are
Where's the other people?
recovering. They said are expected to be recovering. I think they might have been released from the hospital.
Were they sitting on the same side that the bullets were coming, or
They were in different. There was two different stands. Two of them were
That's
pretty
kind of
close to
funky
each
too,
other.
though, too, huh?
And then there was another
If
one.
you think about it, it's kind of weird of where these people were also standing.
Well, they were on opposite bleachers. One was here. The one that was killed was here, to Trump's right, and the two that were injured were to Trump's left. On the third, because it was like bleachers, and like a
right.
Little.
It's kind of weird too how they just. I don't know. It's just weird, man. Shouldn't have happened. Period.
When Trump comes to town, you guys want to go to a
Yeah,
rally?
I'll go.
Have you been to a political rally ever?
I'll go.
No, I've never done, but I'll go.
Yeah, I don't know if he's coming to town, but I'll go. I've been to a Bush rally before. It was all right.
Have you?
Whatever.
Just
That
don't
was
sit,
a long time ago.
Just don't sit behind them.
Yeah. No. Duck.
Right?
That's fucked up, then.
That's fucked
Anyways,
up.
this was episode 79 of To The Point Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Rumble, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, but definitely get us on Rumble, Facebook,
Yeah,
YouTube,
for sure, man.
X. We're all out there, and
We're just here to have
yeah.
a good time, man. And spread the word of letting you guys know what's going to happen in the future and what's happening now. And we ain't bullshit, man. We'll let you guys know, man. We've told you guys this stuff was going to happen. We'll tell you guys again. You know, give us that like, give us that share.
Yep. Be sure to check out IndianRiverConnections.com, and there you can find our podcast page with our merch. And
Yeah, we have tons of
support-
merch. Usually our merch just buys drink for us, like water, little snacks we snack on sometimes.
So they ain't bought, it ain't bought nothing yet. So we need you to buy it.
So, hey, man, just support us, man.
Yeah.
You know, we support you guys. And by speaking whatever you guys wanted to speak on here, man, don't be shy.
Yeah, and
Those
if
that
you're a
like it, they
creator
should.
and you're looking
for
for
sure.
help to get into the space, or you need a platform,
us
we'd be
up,
happy
man.
to host you on Indian River Connections.
For
Of
sure.
course, if you're like-minded and conservative values, I would say. I'm not inviting no purple hair dingbats. So,
No, I agree.
this isn't. There's
Yeah.
no.
It's not good for my health.
Yeah.
No.
So
all right,
anyways,
guys.
yeah, be sure to check us out there, IndianRiverConnections.com. There you can find the To The Point podcast page, and you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, X.
And who's our only sponsor?
IRC Washing.
There you go.
pressure
So-
washing here in Indian River County area.
For sure. All right, guys. And we are hasta la vista.
Later.
IRC Washing. We've got you covered. Houses and buildings, concrete and sidewalks, roofs and fences, available for commercial and residential services. Call or text 772-584-7703 and visit ircwashing.com.
Thank you.